Again, it's not about working with the individuals. It's about how strong is the management and the system of the company. That's what the client is relying on. That's what the client is paying for. So we're going to shoot one of the projects we just finished. We're going to do an interview. We're going to do a video clip. It's going to be super cool for the clients. That's also the first time I'm going to see the job right now after we install the glass door, after the glass company comes and install the door. So, I talked to we had a real estate agent come by that want to, I noticed that lately we get a lot of professionals. The construction industry, it's a very gray area for a lot of people. It's very gray. What do I mean it's very gray? The industry is not out there, which means, if you're working with a real estate agent or if you're working with even a designer, those individuals, they are more professional in what they do. So what do I mean they are more professional? Some of them's got a license, right? Some of them, they are more artistic and more professional, and they provide a real service, right? They are professional individuals, right? When you work with the average contractor out there, not a company. When you work with the average guy out there, those guys are, some of them, they are good and you can trust them, and some of them, for some reason they are very clumsy and you cannot trust them. And that can be anybody, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be a contractor. It can be, anybody. Right? So, but for specifically when you deal with construction, there is some, it's we can put it out there, right? There is some negativity, there is some concern about some of those individual contractors, and that's why a lot of people, they want to work with companies, right?
My name is Joan Haas, and originally I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We have known for quite a while that we needed to have our bathroom remodeled, and so we started about, I'd say 8 months ago, to interview contractors, and we came across Hometech through Angie's List, and it had been a little bit of a process. We had gone on vacation, and when we came back, we talked to Hometech. But when it comes down to it, it's about who you trust. And so we talked to a representative named Moses, and we felt that we could trust the company. I mean, that bottom line is what really finalized it for us. They kept us informed every inch of the way. We had a designer that we could go out and choose some tile, and that kind of thing wasn't offered by every company. So that made it easier for us to have confidence in what we needed to buy, and then that person also took measurements. So it left us with a lot of confidence. Every single person who was assigned to this project was really, to me, in my mind, expert in their field. And we can say that because I think my husband and I are very much interested in excellence. And we know from doing our own projects what it takes to have something look nice. And it was just remarkable how every single one of them knew what they were doing. They were really, it seems to me, just premier employees.
But we have a lot of clients that, let's say they did a kitchen or a bathroom, and for some reason they're not satisfied with something, and after a few years they want to redo it. Mm-hmm. Something was bugging them, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you bought a car and you don't like the colors.
Yeah.
You know, so
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
We
The ashtray's
understand
full of
those
me.
examples, right? So you kind of really want to change the color of the one. So sometimes they want to change the design. Sometimes it's leaking. Sometimes they have issue.
Yeah.
And it's like almost like I would say like around 30% of our business. Mind blowing, right?
Yeah.
But when we open those walls again and we see those things that were not upgraded,
Yeah.
then we show the client. We take photos and videos and show them, you see that, or you see that, and that and that,
Yeah.
and this and that, and they now. So basically, what I'm trying to say to the client, if we do find a surprise and we tell the clients about it, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because can you imagine, you have to, in a couple of more years, you spend all that money on the fixtures, you spend all that money on the bathroom, and
Yeah.
now you have an issue with the plumbing, you have an issue with the electrical, and nobody told you about it, and you have to
Right.
redo it again.
Yeah.
So behind the walls,
Yeah.
it's as important as the finish.
It is.
Like a lot of time I go to clients and they've been like thinking about the project for like years, man. It's like I went to a client, he's like 5 years he's looking for a contractor. So I mean, I'm sure in that 5 years they talked to somebody that can do a good job for them, right? So, but they just didn't feel like, they didn't really met that person that, made them take action. It's about taking action, right? Even if somebody meet me in my company, and they need to understand why we're so good at what we do, right? Thank God. But we need to help them to take action, right? It's like I always tell the clients, my job is to push you. My job is to push you to get the job done. I'm gonna make sure the job's gonna be impeccable. It's gonna be amazing, but they need to take the action. They need to sign the contract. If not, I cannot start my process. Sometimes we actually start the process so we can show them what we can do, and then when they see, how confident we are and the quality of the work, then they feel confident, to move forward with Hometech. So sometimes I actually will start some aspect of the job, some aspect of the project without even having the client sign, so they can see what we can do for them, and then they feel comfortable, and then they sign. But man, they need to take action. They need the motivation. They need the inspiration. They need to talk to somebody confident that will let them make sign that paper and start the relationship, start the job going.